So here, haven't posted on this channel in a very long time. It's been a couple years, I guess, something like that. So I've just decided to start posting on YouTube again. I feel like it could maybe be a tool for me to use to get more comfortable speaking in front of a camera and just in general, to articulate my views, to articulate the way I think a bit better, and just use it as a tool that I can maybe use to develop my skills, right, and use in the real world. So just making this video. My name's Ricardo. I drive to Atlanta pretty much 3 times a week for work, and those 3 times I go to work, I drive about an hour away, so it's about an hour commute. Today there was an accident on the highway I use, so it's already been an hour of me driving, and I still probably have like another 15 minutes to go. So I just feel like, a lot of times I use this time to watch podcasts or to listen to music, but after a while, it's just a lot of time, you get tired of that. So I think I'm just gonna also voice out some opinions here and also share them, because at the end of the day, I think we all have opinions we would like to share. And maybe, we can even like grow a little community of guys or girls, whoever would like to listen and continue and grow together and keep going on this journey of life, developing and growing. I guess one thing that's been coming up to mind here as I've been thinking, as I've been having time to think and see what's going on in the news, and watching a lot of podcasts and all this stuff, is how there's a lot of division going on, a lot of not only political division, but also division in just, humanity. Back in the day, if I recall correctly, although there were a lot of political divisions, there was one ideological unity, which was that we're all humans, we're all the human race, and at the end of the day, we should care for one another, value one another, and, even if we disagree, respect each other's opinions, which at this point is something that does not exist anymore. I just feel like if someone else has an opinion that is different from yours nowadays and you like to voice it out or put it out, then it's going to get bantered on, and it's going to get shut down. A lot of the times people don't tell you in person because they're scared, of confrontation in person. It does happen here and there, but most of the times this confrontation happens on social media. It's been happening a lot, like on Twitter, on YouTube, because people are, a lot of us are keyboard warriors, and we don't like to actually say what we think in person, and we just put it out, behind the safety of our phone. But I don't want to be hypocritical here. I just want to start out voicing my opinions, starting off with any community that's on here, and keep growing and take it out into the real world as well, because there has to be a balance of ideologies, my bad there, between, left, right, middle, there has to be opinions from both sides. So this is something I've just been noticing. We really need to go back to our core center, which is respecting each other as humans and respecting one another, not for what we believe in necessarily, or for in regards to politics, or for what we view in regards to policy, to who's going to be the best candidate for 2024's election in the US. All that stuff should be secondary to the first, which is creating a strong family unit, being strong in faith. Some are Christian, some are Muslim. Regardless, I can say that my God is the only God, but they can say that their God is the only God. We all have our different perspectives, but what matters is having a true faith here, and really, believing in the family unit and helping it to grow stronger and stronger, because it's our kids, our future kids. I'm in my early 20s. I don't have kids, or I'm not even married yet, but if the world is already starting to struggle now, imagine how it's going to be in 20 plus years, when our kids finally grow up, right? It's only going to be more chaotic, and people can argue that technology will make our lives better, But as technology increases, morality decreases, and morality is what ties it all together, right? It's the set of rules that God put down for us to follow, and to guide us so that we don't lead to our own destruction to one another. So I just want to shoot this message out to all of you young guys out there, all of you young ladies. Let's start to unite together. You know, it seems like colleges have tried to divide us in regards to this is right, believe this is the good politician, this is the bad one, this one's an idiot, this one isn't. All that stuff shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, you can make your own decision in your private matters with your family. But what really should matter is let's go back, to being humans, to uniting as humanity, and to not allowing, the media, which is oftentimes controlled, to persuade us or any other regards. There's really no point in pursuing wokeness or the free mind or the third eye when it's not bringing much benefit. It's just creating more division. So to all you young people out there, let's look ahead to hopefully, create a better future for our future generations, and to fight for what we believe in, and to respect each other despite our differences. This is a blessed country. It's a great country, the United States. Very diverse, it has been very rich, very blessed. But all these political divisions have caused us to stray away, from building the infrastructure that we need, from building the strong economy that we need. And instead, we've just been focusing on things like, pronouns or things like that just really shouldn't be a part of our discussion right now, especially with all the debt that we're accumulating, especially with all the homeless people that are out on the streets. I think these should be the primary discussions instead of things that make us feel better emotionally, because at the end of the day, emotions are emotions. They fluctuate. You could feel good today, feel bad tomorrow, and then feel good again the next day. But there are things that really matter, people that are going hungry, policies that need action. So as a young guys, young people, young ladies, let's go back to reverting to the traditional ways, to focus on what it is to be a man as we grow, as us young people continue to grow, what it is to be a woman. There's a reason why these things work for so long, and nowadays, now that we're trying to change things, a lot of it is starting to kind of fall apart, and I think what we all want is our kids to be growing up in a nice community, a nice country, a country they can be proud of, to represent. I think a lot of times now we've lost pride in our country because of all the things that we are divided on. But I think it's important to go back to being proud of who we are, being proud of where we come from, and supporting one another in this American dream. Hopefully we don't lose this American dream. Hopefully it continues to grow. But that's just my point of it. Let's continue to be brave and strong. And I think there's a lot we can do for this country. So that's how y'all wanted to come up here and say. I don't know if there's anyone listening, but I wanted to voice my opinion. I think this is a country that needs our help, needs some repairing to do. We can't just abandon it, We have to respect it, and it all starts with respecting one another. And we can't change the world without first changing our bodies, ourselves, our mind. We have to change our family, our house, ourselves first before we try and change the entire world. So thanks guys for listening. It's good to be back on, and I'll try to keep posting more videos. See ya.